Alex Perlman joining you once again with new women's basketball head coach Jimmy Dykes, a very recognizable name. Of course, he used to be on ESPN as a college basketball analyst on the men's and women's side. But Jimmy, you made the move back to coaching.
Yeah.
You were a coach, obviously, an assistant coach in the men's game for many years, went to ESPN. What prompts you to make the move now?
Well, back to coaching is a good word, because I coached at the highest level. You know, I was an assistant coach at Kentucky and Arkansas and Oklahoma State, scouted in the NBA. So I've been at the highest level that the game has to offer. You know, it's an opportunity. The past 15 years at ESPN, I said during the press conference, I've had a chance every year for 15 straight years to get back into coaching at the college or pro level. But man, I love Northwest Arkansas. This is my home. I'm not going to uproot my family and move away from my parents and our in-laws just for me to chase my dream as a coach. I walked away, chose to walk away from ESPN. That was just a tremendous blessing in my life. They have been great to me and continue to be great to me as I sit here right now. So it had to take something very special for me to leave ESPN. What is that? What is special to me? Well, a chance for me to coach at the highest level. I didn't want to get into a program that I had no chance of winning at the highest level. I don't have to move. I don't have to leave Northwest Arkansas, and it's my alma mater. Now, if that's not a perfect equation for a scenario for me, I don't know what one is. So the opportunity was there, and fortunate for me that it worked out.
Teaching is a big part of your life, I know, in
Sure.
all different aspects. How much of a factor did that come into the fact that maybe you missed making an impact on a young person's life like that?
I did. I think I had a huge platform at ESPN, and in a broad stroke way, I impacted a lot of people. I know that. Now I have a chance to impact people on a daily basis underneath me. Not just my players, but my players' parents, and my players' friends, and this campus, and other students on this campus, other athletes here at the University of Arkansas, Northwest Arkansas, the state of Arkansas. I want to be out in front of them as much as I can. I want them to know what makes me tick, how I'm wired, and maybe they'll grasp a little bit of that. My team needs to grasp a little bit of that real quickly. They need to grasp me really quickly and get to my level in terms of how we're going to go about things. But I think those are the key things that drug me away from ESPN, and I could not be in a better place right now in my life.
And as you said, you know, when you go through these games, being an analyst on ESPN, you're basically going through to coach every game that you're broadcasting.
Yeah.
So in a sense, it's pretty much like you never left coaching in terms of the X's and O's.
Right. When I finished playing at Arkansas, I immediately jumped right into coaching as a graduate assistant. And back then, Eddie Sutton, he had a lot of trust in me as a 22 or 3-year-old graduate assistant. I coached a lot on the floor, absolutely, and then all the way through as an assistant coach. And as an analyst at the level of ESPN, the level that I reached, you don't reach that level unless you are a coach at your core. Because you have to teach the game on the air, and that's what coaching is. I have to teach these young ladies. I have to be able to communicate it clearly, where they get it, where there's no indecision about what I'm trying to get across. And I think for 15 years, what allows me to maybe have a leg up on some people is I've seen what works and what doesn't work. I've been in every practice out there. I know what it's supposed to look like, feel like, sound like. So I've had my eyes on everything in college ball, where a lot of coaches are terrific coaches, but they only know one way to do things, and there's more than one way to do things. So I'm a better coach now than I was back the last time I coached, because of all that I've got to do and see with ESPN.
All the places you've been, all the people that you've
Sure.
met, the great people that have influenced you on ESPN, and certainly in the coaching ranks as well. Jimmy, looking forward to seeing what you can do out there.
Absolutely.
We'll continue to meet with new women's basketball head coach Jimmy Dykes here as the days move on and he settles into his new role.